YouTube, it's your boy Malachi, and I'm back again with another video. So as you guys can see by the title, and as you guys can see by the thumbnail, in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a story time about how I got kicked out at 17 years old. I was still 17 years old when it happened. How I got kicked out at 17 years old 1 week before my graduation, y'all. Like, literally 1 week before my graduation. Alright, you guys, so before I get into the story time, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you leave a comment, make sure you follow me on all of my social media. They're gonna be right here on the screen. They're gonna also be in the description. Make sure you turn on that post notification bell so that you keep notified every time I post a video. You see this video, make sure you subscribe. I also want to say, I'm not making this video to bash anybody. I'm not bashing nobody. I'm not talking down on nobody. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just strictly feeling hurt. I'm strictly, you know, just saying how I feel, just telling y'all what happened, and just speaking on the situation, and just telling y'all what happened. I know it's a lot of people out there that went through what I went through, but I'm one of those that made it out. I'm one of those that made it through. I'm one of those that survived, and I'm one of those that got through it. So let's get into the video. All right, y'all. So, I don't remember like the actual day or date, but I know this was in May. It was like well, so it was a week before I graduated. So I graduated May 29th, Thursday, May 29th. So this was like a week before my graduation date. So mind y'all, before like I got kicked out or before I got told to leave, y'all, the dynamics of the relationship between me and my mama was like, y'all, the relationship was so fucked up. Like, it was so fucked up. Oh, can I cuss? Oh, shit. But it was so messed up, y'all. Like, it was so messed up, and I did not want to be at the house at all. Like, I didn't want to be there at all. Like, mind y'all, I graduated in May, so all of those months prior to May, I was preparing myself to leave, preparing myself to get ready to leave, like once I graduated high school and stuff like that. So, once May came, y'all, I brought me a duffel bag off of Amazon, which I'm gonna try to include a picture on the screen. But once May came, y'all, once graduation month came, y'all, I brought me a duffel bag off of Amazon. I was slowly packing my duffel bag, especially once the weeks started to lead up until graduation. I was packing my duffel bag, y'all. I was putting stuff in, like, I was getting ready to leave. Like, y'all, it was so, if you watch my share my story video, you will like know more. But it was so bad, y'all, and I literally did not want to be there at all. Like, I wanted to leave that house so bad. I couldn't wait to leave that house. Like, I just couldn't wait. So mind y'all, I was gonna stay until graduation day and then leave like the same day of graduation. That's how bad it was. So on this day, mind y'all, I'm at the house, I'm in my room and stuff like that. So my mama, she was gone all day. Like, she was gone that whole day. Don't know what she got no kid, but she was gone all day. She was gone that whole day. So she comes back in the house and she walks in my room and she like, "Oh, you can pack your stuff now. You don't have to wait until graduation day. You can just leave now. You need to find somewhere to go. Pack your stuff, this and that." So mind y'all, before she did that, a couple of days before that date, she had went out and she had came back drunk, and she started like trying to tell him to leave and stuff like that. But I did. But anyways, so she came in my room and she said what she said to me. And when she said that, the way I jumped out of, y'all, the way I got out of that bed so quick. I jumped out that bed so quick. I grabbed that duffel bag. Mind y'all, my duffel bag was already pre-packed with like some stuff in it, but it was still stuff that was out that I left out that I knew I was gonna use or like need for graduation day. So when she said that, y'all, I got that duffel bag. I put the rest of my clothes that was supposed to be in there and the rest of my stuff that was supposed to be in there. I put all of that stuff. Y'all, it was so much stuff. Like, I wish I could have like recorded a video when I was like leaving or whatever, but y'all, it was so freaking crazy. Like, I grabbed my stuff and I was gone. So mind y'all, I had my duffel bag, I had my container thingy that had some stuff. It was just a whole bunch of stuff. So once she said that, y'all, I got my duffel bag and everything that I knew I was gonna take, and I walked to Miss Paula's house. My job, Miss Paula is a lady who I met my first time running away, and she lived like down the street, not too far. So I used to always go to her house for everything. So I walked out with all of my stuff. I walked to her house, and then once I got to her house, yeah. And then once I got to her house, I had called my grandma and stuff like that, told her everything happened, and after that I left. Yeah, so I left, and then I was at Miss Paula's house for like maybe for the rest of that day, and then I ended up leaving and like just figuring the whole situation out, stuff like that. And then that's when my grandma came down here for the day of my graduation. When I graduated, my whole senior year, like my grandma was the only person besides the help with my uncle who contributed, but mainly my grandma, she contributed financially when I was going through that whole situation. When I was in that whole situation, she was the only person that was there for me, that was a listening ear for me. Like, she was just there for me the whole step of the way. My whole senior year, she paid for everything. She made sure like I had everything. I didn't go to prom or grad bash or nothing like that due to my situation, and I just didn't want to go. And you know, like I didn't want to go, and I was in that. So I didn't go to grad bash or prom. But no matter how hard it was for me, y'all, like I continue to just be determined, and I continue to just stick through, and I continue to get through it, even though like I was very much so aware of everything that was going on, and how like she wanted to make me miserable, and how she wanted to make me quit, wanted to give up, and just everything. But to anybody that's out there that see that video, to anybody that's out there that see this video and that's watching this, like, I want to be the light for you. Like, I know how you feel. I know how you feel. You feel like nobody don't love you. You feeling miserable. You feel like you want to quit. You feel like you want to give up. Like, just keep going. Like, y'all, I learned that no matter what, just keep going anyways. Like, I'm the type of person, it's not in my body to quit. Like, quitting, that's never something that I want to do. Like, so no matter what, y'all, I just had to keep going. Like, it was hard, y'all. It was so many days I cried, so many nights I cried. There was times I thought about giving up, but I was never going to act on it. But it was just, you know, the thought itself. But I continued to just be determined to just get through it, y'all. Like, I was in that room, no phone, no tea. Like, it was terrible. Like, it was, like, really, really bad. And no matter what, I kept going. I continued to smile every single day. I continue to pray every single day, and I always pray for God to just strengthen me to just keep going. And I just never quit, y'all. Like, I was so determined about graduating high school. Like, I knew coming up out of that situation, I was gonna graduate. Like, coming up out of this, I'm finna graduate and I'm finna have that diploma. So I just had to keep going, y'all. Like, I had to keep going. Quitting, that was nothing I went through. So no matter what, I just stayed determined and I just kept going. And I also feel like it was a good thing too that I left when I did, because originally I was gonna leave the day of graduation so she could come to my graduation, but I ended up leaving like a week before graduation, so she didn't go to my graduation. So I feel like it was a good thing that I did leave, because my job, I prayed to God. I was like, God, please remove me from the situation, and He literally removed me ahead of time that I planned to, you know, leave. So I feel like it was a good thing that I left when I did. And I'm here in Georgia and stuff like that. It's an adjustment. Like, I'm still adjusting to it, because like coming from Miami and then being here is just like, you know, it's an adjustment. But yeah, so that's my story time about how I got kicked out a day before.